We often witness genetic anomalies in the gym or in our daily lives. There are people who, without any consistent training, can suddenly lift heavy loads or survive extreme high intensity conditioning without a single tweak in their knees or lower back. What takes others years of grueling, bone breaking effort to achieve, these individuals possess as their factory default. Unlike muscles, tendons, and ligaments have poor blood supply and recover much slower. This is why ordinary people, born with lower connective tissue density, must constantly battle the risk of injury. Faced with this genetic inequality right at the starting line, we often encounter a profound sense of helplessness. However, modern genetics, specifically epigenetics, offers a powerful counter-narrative to this cold reality. While we cannot rewrite the inherited DNA blueprint itself, we can flip the switches that dictate how that blueprint is expressed. What happens when a parent spends a lifetime understanding precise biomechanics, controlling internal pressure, and relentlessly maintaining physical integrity? The results of that profound adaptation are etched into their germ cells as chemical memories. Consequently, their child is born with the exact genetic switches for optimal development and rapid recovery already flipped on. A parent's hard work becomes the child's new baseline. By the time these children reach the age to volunteer for special forces selection or enter elite athletic arenas, this inherited advantage renders the initial genetic gap completely meaningless. While others hit plateaus and suffer from overuse injuries the moment training volume increases, these children absorb the workload at an exponential rate, thanks to their massive margin of safety. Growth, stripped of trial and error, becomes geometric. This goes beyond merely teaching a child how to fish. It is about engineering their environment so thoroughly that the child becomes an absolute physical and mental beast, a force of nature. This is the awe-inspiring way postnatal effort manifests in the next generation, a masterwork of ecological creation at the top 0.1% level. This legacy does not stop at the physical. A parent who has mastered the density of their daily routine radiates a baseline of positive, disciplined energy. Growing up in this environment of unshakable stillness, the child develops a profound sense of emotional security. Belonging to the top 0.1% of psychological stability, they absorb this rigorous discipline and posture toward life not as a lesson, but as naturally as breathing. Simultaneously, the child internalizes the core truth of capitalism. They realize that true wealth is not built by chasing money through superficial tactics, but by cultivating an irreplaceable scarcity within oneself. When you do, the flow of capital naturally gravitates toward you. Just as they built their bodies through progressive overload, they learned to grow wealth through strict risk management and a solid margin of safety, inheriting the ultimate asset owner mindset. The climax of this grand narrative unfolds during the parents' golden years. Having spent a lifetime protecting their physical alignment, these parents maintain absolute physical autonomy well into their 90s and 100s, never needing to rely on others. Mentally, they remain completely independent, deeply enjoying their own daily routines rather than desperately clinging to their children for validation. They impose zero psychological or financial stress on the next generation. Naturally, the world will not leave these true masters alone. Flooded with requests for interviews, lectures, and masterclasses, their twilight years become deeply productive and vibrant. Instead of feeling the heavy burden of caregiving, the children watch their parents confidently commanding rooms and proving their value to the world, filling the family with profound respect and pride. And when the final moment comes, they do not suffer through a tragic, agonizing decay in a hospital bed. Instead, having perfectly spent every ounce of their vital energy, they experience a peaceful natural death, like a light switch gently flipping off. Recognizing that their battery has run its course, they quietly set their affairs in order and log out cleanly, as if a master program were executing a proper shutdown. Witnessing this, the child realizes, my parent did not diminish or disappear. They finished the practice run of this earthly life with a perfect score, and they have simply discarded the outdated hardware to step confidently into the main event waiting for them in the next realm. What began as a simple curiosity about physical anatomy ultimately transforms into an eternal cycle of renewal. One that rescues the self, transforms the child into an unshakable beast, and guarantees a dignified peace until the very end. Our immaculate routines never end with us.